Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dory. I am 47 years old. I am 5'4" tall, and about 159 weeks ago, which is a little over 3 years, I decided to have weight loss surgery, and I chose the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had that done on September 12th of 2016 in Hartford, Connecticut with Dr. Darren Tischler. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds, and on the day of surgery, my recorded weight was 300.5. I have seen the lowest number today, this morning, of 164.9. So I'm so excited. I have been fluctuating back and forth over the last year. I could not get under 169.6 to save my life, but I discovered extended fasting for the sole purpose of weight loss and autophagy. And go YouTube autophagy and study out the benefits of extended fasting. Anything more than about 24 to 36 hours is great. The longer you go, the better for your body. And so over the course of the last couple months, I've been dibble-dabbling around extended fasting, and that has brought me to today, my lowest adult weight, and I'm so excited. As you guys can tell, I can't stop smiling. So 2 days ago I normally do intermittent fasting. So I fast for approximately 18 hours a day, and I eat within a 6-hour eating window. And I choose to have 2 meals, no snacks, and a bunch of water. Probably about a week ago or so, I just felt really snacky, and so I gave in to my temptations and had some snacks and a little bit more eating than I normally do, more grazing type things. I just kind of felt like having something sweet, then something salty, then something crunchy, and whatever, we've all been there. But it was just, it got it out of my system. I did it, and I had actually went up to 169. And I told my husband this morning, I don't mind going if I'm going to be 169 after I've enjoyed myself, having a margarita or something like that. But that at least I'm still in the 160s. And so, 169, then I went down to 167, 166, and then this morning 164.9. So I am currently doing a fast. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna do it. 2 days ago, I did one for 20, I wanna say it was 22 hours. Then yesterday I did one for 19 and a half. I just was not in it. I didn't have a lot of things to do. I wasn't busy, so I was thinking about food more often. Then of course on Saturday we had, what did we do on Saturday? Oh, Saturday night I surprised my friend. It was my responsibility to get her to a surprise birthday party on time. And so we went out to eat. I did fine though. I went to Olive Garden, and honestly, that was only 2 days ago. That was on Saturday night. And I did fine. I researched the menu before going, and I found the top 5 things to eat there. And so I chose 1 bowl of the Zuppa Toscana soup, which has a little bit of potatoes, kale, and heavy whipping cream, I believe is what they use for the base of it. I think maybe there's tomatoes, I don't remember. But anyhow, so I chose that, and I had a little bit of their salad on the side, and I was fine. I also even had an alcoholic beverage. I had a watermelon something sangria, and I ate. I did not give in to the temptation of bread, even though there was about 12 other women there, and they all had bread. They all had extra salad, extra bread. They got the pasta dishes and all that, and it wasn't really anything that I found to be something I needed. I just didn't give in. It just wasn't. I just had researched before and just decided that I wasn't going to give in, that I have goals and I really appreciate my body and things, and so I didn't do it. But So that just goes to show you that you can do it. You can make smart choices. And I obviously had a loss. I didn't even gain anything from having the soup with the potatoes in it or anything. And then yesterday I had fasted for 19 and a half hours. I wanted to go longer. I had stopped eating the night before at 7 o'clock, I think it was, at the restaurant. And I just wanted to try to go all the way through Sunday into Monday. But as my friend Erica from Time to Shrink reminded me, this weekend probably wasn't a good weekend to just do a whole big extended fast because, you know, I had the dinner one night, and then yesterday, today is actually my daughter, my eldest daughter. She's 25 today, but yesterday we celebrated, and so it just wasn't a good weekend. But again, yesterday, I mean, I fasted for 19 and a half hours, and then I could have given in to all the temptation. My daughter loves tacos, and so I made a huge taco bar, and I made the ground beef, and then I had the cheese and guacamole, and I had the cheese sauce that you dip the scoops tortilla chips in. I had Smart Food popcorn. Those are like all her favorites. And you know, I had the tortillas, the hard shell tacos, the tortillas, the flour tortillas. I had everything for everyone who was here. My oldest son came and his wife. They were here, and my daughter and her boyfriend were here. And then of course the 5 of the other kids in the house, and my husband and I. And so there was a lot of people, and I didn't give in to temptation. Before they got here, I had broke my fast after the 19 and a half hours. And basically I had a little bit of the taco meat, maybe 3 ounces. And then I had a little bit of cheese, 1 ounce of the shredded cheese on top, and a little bit of sour cream, and that's it. I ate the tiny bowl, and that's all I had. I had a bite later on when they were here of, she had an ice cream cake. And I had, you know, a bite, probably, you know, this big, a small spoonful. And that's it. The temptation of the cheese dip and all this other stuff, I didn't give into it. I feel like I'm at a great place. I can't say that I always will not give into temptation, but I'm at a place now where I'm kind of over the temptation, because I know that it's not something I can't ever have. I know that it's not something that is taboo. I mean, if I choose to have, you know, 2 humongous pieces of cake, I choose it. Nothing happens to me except I gain some weight and I need to go ahead and get the weight off. But nothing really happens to me mentally. I mean, I have what I have and I move on. But I did great this weekend. There was a lot of temptations around me, but I just didn't give in to them. One thing that I think really helped with this, or helps for this, is it's really sad to say, like, it really breaks my heart, but my son is turning 29, and he's never been overweight, like, I'd say 5 years ago and less. He's never been overweight. He's always been physically fit, played basketball. And then over the last few years, he's gained a lot of weight. And I feel like as his mom, I don't want to say things that are going to scar him. Like I remember my mom did when I was little. She used to always say, but you have such a pretty face, if only you would lose weight. And it didn't help me. It didn't do anything. And I give him little subtle things, or I tell him, you know, you really shouldn't drink that much milk. It's not really good for your body. And, you know, you'll thank me later, but it's not really healthy. And, you know, portion control is really good. And if you need me to help you in any way, I'm here to help. But my son weighs almost 250 pounds. He's about 6 feet, but it's still so unhealthy, and it's all in his middle section, which they got from my ex-husband's side of the family. They all are apple shaped, where I was pear shaped. I always had a nice waist. I never had any, you know, if I sat down, you couldn't really see anything as much as you could from my hips down. That's where I carried it, my bottom and my hips. And so it's just so sad. And then I look at my daughter, the one whose birthday's today. She's only 25 years old. She's like 5'9", maybe 5'8", 5'9". And I don't even know what she weighs. I'm gonna guess she probably weighs like 180, 190. she really, like, her whole middle section is just huge. It broke my heart just to see my 2 adult children sitting around the table laughing and having a great time, which was fantastic, of course. But just to see that if they do not grab a hold of it, they're not going to be able to lose it. They're just not going to. And, you know, my daughter has depression with, you know, she's with a boyfriend that she doesn't really love, although she thinks she does. And it just is not a good, healthy relationship at all. And they just sit around, he plays video games and she eats and they eat out, and it just is not a healthy dynamic for her. And then my older son, you know, he's my oldest, he'll be 29, as I said, in October. He just eats a lot, and he eats often, and portion control is just not his friend. He just doesn't know when to stop, and he drinks milk like it's going out of style. And for you guys who know nutrition and value and where milk comes from and all that stuff, milk is not good. Nobody's going to tell me that drinking milk from a different mammal than us is healthy for your body. It's just not good. The way they make it isn't good. I try my best to feed my family when they do want to have cereal. I do get the organic grass-fed milk, or I get raw milk. But we don't have cups of milk. We just don't. It's just not something. If we want calcium, we'll get it from cheese and yogurt and other organic type of places. But we just don't drink milk. And so for him, he'll drink, I mean, half a gallon to a gallon a day. And if he just replaced that with water and stopped drinking soda, it would be just such a different thing. And so anyhow, and so, yeah, so seeing them yesterday and just seeing them struggle, and even seeing my husband struggle, he's put on 30 pounds since he came back from basic training and tech school. I mean, tech school really is nothing like basic training. Basic training is very, you know, you are physically moving all the time, and tech school is like a big college dorm. They have to go to class, but other than that, there's no stipulations on them. They need to really do their own physical activity and stay in shape for when a PT test arises. But other than that, it's just like a big, I don't know, it's just a big college dorm. And so he got off track and started eating a lot of portions. And so now he's really having to fight to get back down. And he weighed yesterday at 194, I think, 195. And when he left, he was 172. And so, you know, he definitely needs to get back on, but I can't help him. I try to help him, and it just looks like as if I'm being a nagging wife, which I also don't want that. So, you know, these 3 people in my life are just not focused anymore. And so for me, I don't want to get unfocused. Like I said on my last video, or my last Insta story, so sorry I just dropped you guys. As I said the last time, I just, you know, if I stop making videos, or if I stop posting on Instagram or Insta stories or stuff like that, you guys know that I'm not doing well. I'm just, this for me is my motivation. Doing fast, you know, extended fast with Erica, doing intermittent fasting with whoever wants to jump on my bandwagon, is motivation. But if I don't post anymore, guys, reach out to me, come get me, pull me back, because I need it. But for now, I'm the strong one. And so I'm trying to pull everybody else back in. And if you're struggling and you need me to pull you in, or you need accountability, I'm here. I mean, as now, I'm doing well. So, yeah, so that's my update. I don't really have like a whole bunch to update as far as, you know, foods I'm eating. I still food prep. I made egg bites, which was on one of my Insta stories recently. Those came out great. I have ground beef, and I meal prep that. And I'm really trying just to stick to keto or, you know, low carb of some sort diet. I take everything that would cause me to struggle, and I just don't buy it anymore. Nuts for me, I would go to our local BJ's wholesale club, which is kind of like a Sam's and a Costco. and I would get their big bucket of the mixed nuts. And I would always tell myself, I'm just gonna weigh it out, 1 or 2 ounces, no problem. Oh no, there are so many calories even in 1 and 2 ounces. And what I would do is I would just sit and eat them and forget it. 5, 6, 7, 800 calories later, yeah, that's not good. So I stopped buying them. I just can't have them in the house because I can't trust myself. Lately, to get my sweet tooth fulfilled and satisfied, I've been eating 1 keto bark from Chalk Zero, and I've been eating 1 Quest bar a day. Not every day, but most days I will have a Quest bar. I put it in the microwave, and that is a game changer for me. I don't like it right out of the wrapper, but I do. It's my favorite bar. I didn't think I was gonna like Quest, but they kind of reformulated some things, and they put out some new flavors, and I love them. The maple waffle is amazing. The maple syrup just comes drizzling out of there, and that is so good. And if I really, really, really want something sweet, I'll take a Chalk Zero. Pecan is my favorite bark that they have, and I'll put a little bit of the Chalk Zero syrup on top. Coconut they have chocolate, they have vanilla, they have maple pecan, and I'll just drizzle a little bit of that on there, or I'll have bacon and I'll dip my bacon in their syrup. Just delicious. And so those are my go-tos. Even when I'm at the store, I'll be contemplating, do I want a Cadbury cream egg? They look good. Do I want a Reese's peanut butter cup? Listen, I can have it. It's not off limits. But I think, you know what? If I just want chocolate and peanut butter, I can go use Chalk Zero's bark and use a tiny slab of peanut butter. And so I'm just trying to make conscious decisions. Even now, I'm home today. My husband took the car. I had a huge, crazy morning. My mom was supposed to take the kids to school. I had to call someone else. That's a whole story for another day. But I'm home today, but I'm fasting, and I'm in hour, like, I don't know, 21 maybe. And I'm doing fine. I feel good. I'm doing it with Erica, but I feel like I'm home today, and there's so many opportunities that are going to present themselves for me to be able to eat. So I don't want to eat. So I'm going to have to keep myself busy with cleaning. I don't know that I would do any food prep, only because, not because it'll make me want to eat, though it may, but it's because I actually am, I have so much in my refrigerator already. I've prepped so much. So I made bacon wrapped Brussels sprouts last week. I didn't come back at you, by the way, if you're wondering, to show them to you, because they had burned on the bottom, and I was just kind of over it. So my husband ate them for his part of his meals this weekend. But anyhow, so that's it. I don't want to keep going on and on. I am going to be doing a what I eat in a day video soon. I'm not sure. I'm going to do this fast, see how long I can go. I'm hoping to just get through today and tonight, and then break my fast tomorrow morning. If not, and I decide to break it tonight for dinner, that's okay too. But anyway, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, you want me to do a video on a specific subject, any kind of exercises I'm doing or things like that, please ask below, and I have no problem. I will do it for you. So until next time, guys, have a good week.